Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the 26th, 2000 and 26th. Today is the 26th. Yesterday was the 25th, 2017. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm getting my days wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got the Raw results. I think Raw was pretty good this week. Let's see both SmackDown. But ladies and gentlemen, before we even start that, if you guys need to see my first ever vlog, it might be boring, but ladies and gentlemen, it tells you what I'm going to be doing on these vlogs. And if you guys are still entertained, go ahead and watch it. But ladies and gentlemen, stop this and watch that video, because ladies and gentlemen, that is up for you guys as well. But today is September the 26th, 2017, and we will be doing Raw results because Raw was pretty good this week. And somebody got their butt kicked badly. So, ladies and gentlemen, our first thing is The Miz TV. We have Miz, the Miztourage, and the guest, Roman Reigns. Roman was talking about his match between John Cena, and he says he has all the respect he has for John Cena because it was a pretty good match at No Mercy. But now The Miz is talking about the Shield, and Roman says, well, I'm not going to be part of the Shield, because Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are doing their thing, and that's the Tag Team Champion. My eyes itchy. The Tag Team Championships, and he wants the Universal Championship. And The Miz says, oh, you're going to talk about another champion when I'm the champion, you come to The Miz TV, and he's been talking about he made the Intercontinental Championship prestige, and blah, 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 and something about his pregnant wife, he has to go there. But Roman said, let's fight. And Miz said, no, I need to go home to my pregnant wife. But Kurt Angle said, no, you're going to tell her you're going to be a little late because you'll be in one-on-one action against Roman Reigns. But speaking of Miz and Miztourage, the Miztourage will be in a tag team match, Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas versus Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan did lose his title match at WWE's No Mercy Sunday night. So what happened there is that we have a tag team match. I think it was supposed to be the Hardys, but Jeff Hardy got hurt on his shoulder from last week's six-pack challenge to become the number contender to the Intercontinental title. Now he's hurt. Now we have a tag team match. It was a pretty good match, and I think Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan is one of the great tag teams that, not really tag teams because they're not partners, they're just partners that night. It was a pretty good match, and the winner of that match was Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. The bad thing I saw is that when they're raising their hands, Matt Hardy raised Jason Jordan's, and Jason Jordan did not raise Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy had to do it by himself. Does that mean we're going to have a Hardy feud, or it was just a blooper? I think that's how you say it. Blooper. Bad thing. Messed up. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, the next thing we have, let's see what we have on my notes here. I don't even have my notes up. Next thing we have, oh yeah, this match, it was supposed to be Kurt Hawkins versus Braun Strowman, but Braun came out. Well, technically it was an open challenge to make history. Well, technically he did make history. How? I'll tell you how. Kurt Hawkins ran and go to the audience, and Braun Strowman chased him, and he beat the living hell of Kurt Hawkins and broke the screen of the entrance ramp. It was totally broken. Only on Raw and only Braun Strowman, those screens will be broken. Why is my eyes so itchy? Jesus. Only those two things, Raw and Braun Strowman, that thing will be broken. But he asked for a bigger challenge, a stronger challenge that will actually give him a challenge. And you won't believe who it is that gave him the big match. Was Dean Ambrose, one half of the Raw's Tag Team Champions. He came out and he wouldn't stop fighting. We saw him getting tossed around, get thrown to turnbuckles. But ladies and gentlemen, he did a really bad DDT, and you actually could hear the thud onto the out the ring on Braun Strowman's head. It was really horrible, but ladies and gentlemen, after a power slam from Braun Strowman, Braun wins. Braun doesn't have a tag team partner, so he can't win the tag team titles, but he's a dominant wrestler. Let's see what else we have here. Seth Rollins was versus Shane Moss. Didn't really do any good, but it was boring. Then we had Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia and Emma. Oh wait, we had Roman versus The Miz. Like you know, it was a pretty good match. Miz won't stop running away. The Miz Siraj got in the way. Didn't stop Roman. Roman got the win by a spear, but he got attacked by The Miz and Miz Siraj because of what he did. And ladies and gentlemen, we have not just one Skull Crusher finale. He was going to walk away. The Miz says he's getting up. I'm not done. He came back in and did a Skull Crusher finale on Roman Reigns on a steel chair. But next week, because Roman got the win that night, he gets a shot of the Intercontinental title next week. And next week, we will have Braun Strowman versus the other Raw Tag Team Champion, Seth Rollins. But ladies and gentlemen, that what happened there. I wonder, can Roman Reigns be the man of the second Shield member win every single title? Remember, Seth Rollins has to do it too, because he needs the only one title, the Intercontinental, and Roman Reigns needs the Intercontinental as well. Let's see if that's going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, on the women's division, we did have Alexa Bliss, and I didn't watch Raw Talk, so she said something about the women's division and Mickie James. Mickie James got upset about it. Alexa Bliss was making fun of the fans, saying, "How dare you? You're in the arena with the goddess." And Mickie James came out and says, "You did not beat every single woman in the women's division. There's three more she didn't beat. I like Alicia Fox, Mickie James, and Asuka." But ladies and gentlemen, Mickie James came out and says, "How about you tell me what you said on Raw Talk to me?" And she said she's an old lady and got two big slaps. I think you guys heard. 2 big slaps in the face. I don't want to swear, but I almost swear. I almost swore. She got 2 big slaps. Mickie James slapped her twice and a kick to the face, and that's it. And then we had a tag team match. Sasha Banks and Bayley. They are a little fighting each other because Bayley screwed Sasha Banks winning the title, and Sasha Banks did the same thing to Bayley. But now they will be in a tag team match between Nia and Emma. It was a slow pace. It wasn't really big, but the winner of that match was Sasha Banks and Bayley. Nobody attacked each other. And at the main event, the end of the show, we had Enzo Amore's Certified G Championship Celebration. He's been making fun of the 205 Live superstars, the Cruiserweights, saying that he's a star and those guys are not. So the whole Cruiserweight came out and he'd been making fun of them, making fun of names of them. And ladies and gentlemen, Neville came out. He looked like he was dead. But Neville came out, and ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Enzo had a request to Kurt Angle saying that if somebody hits them, they don't get a shot of the Cruiserweight title. They lose their shot. And ladies and gentlemen, Neville did not care one bit. He beat the living hell of Enzo Amore, threw him across the ring, kick him in the gut, hit him in the barricade, and did his red arrow, ladies and gentlemen. But if you guys didn't get to watch YouTube, WWE's YouTube, Aftermath, it was crazy because I seen it and it's all over the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Braun Strowman came out and attacked the Cruiserweight Champion as well, Enzo Amore. He was dead, and then the whole Cruiserweight roster came, start beating up Enzo, doing their finishing moves on Enzo. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a pretty good way to end it. But the question here is for me, is Enzo a bad guy or a face? Or he's both? That's the question, because ladies and gentlemen, they were cheering for Braun Strowman what he did to Enzo, and they cheered for Neville what he did to Enzo and to the other cruiserweights. We're hoping the face cruiserweights to beat the living hell out of Enzo. What is going on? Yes, I'm looking at my dog. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did, that is it for the Raw results. I hope SmackDown could top it, but I think I have my win on this Friday. But ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified every time I upload a video. Tyler is out.